What's up guys, YGO Strats coming at you with a Dinomist profile. Very casual deck, very cheap deck, came out of Bosch. It's just a beat down Pendulum deck for all intents and purposes. It loves the battle phase and hates not being able to go into it. So we're going to get right into things, quick profile, or as quick as I can get it. For the monster lineup, you're running triple Pteran. All the Dinomist monsters are scale 3 or 6 and they're level 4 or 5. And every monster that has a scale 3 has the same effect for their Pendulum, and every scale 6 is the same effect. So the scale 3 effects are that if a Dinomist card would be destroyed by battle or card effect, you can destroy the face-up scale instead. And for Pteran, his monster effect is that when he destroys a monster by battle, you can add one Dinomist card from your deck to your hand. So he searches out anything in the archetype, and he's a scale 3. Level 4 means he's normal summonable on our first turn without problem, and 1800 means he can get over enough things that his effect is solid. Running triple Plesios, I can't say half these names because they're just dinosaur names and I'm clearly not capable of saying dinosaur names, so Coolio. Scale 6 effects are all that when a Dinomist card is targeted by anything, you can destroy the face-up scale and negate that targeting card. I love Plesios for the Plesios. Screw it. I love this guy for his effect, especially in the Cosmo matchup. It's that all monsters your opponent control lose 100 attack times the number of face-up Dinomist cards you control. That includes the monsters, spell, trap, and scale, so you can start getting rid of, like, 600 attack, and if you've got 2 of them on board, 1200 attack, we'll put a Dark Destroyer down to, 1800 attack points, and at that point it's easy enough to get over. That's really all that is. I sided at least one out in not Cosmo matchups, but it helps. For our level 4, I'm running 2 Stegosaur. His effect is that if a Pendulum monster you control battles another monster your opponent controls, you can destroy both of them at the end phase. I don't care for that. It's honestly a level 4 that is used for materials or Synchro. For the level 5s, I'm running triple Brachion. His effect is that if you don't control a Dinomist Brachion and the monster that has the highest attack on board is controlled by the opponent, you can special summon it. So if you have a 500 attack monster and they have a 600 attack monster, you can drop Dinomist Brachion, or whatever. Just a good way to special summon a rank 5 pseudo Cyber Dragon-y alongside with Dinomist Certops. He's a scale 3. His effect is that if you control one other Dinomist monster and none of them are Certops, you can special summon it. So if you're going second, if your opponent summons a monster, you can summon Brachion, then summon Certops. They're 100 attack for Certops, 2000 for Brachion. You can get 41 damage on board, or just go into a quick rank 5, whatever you're feeling. For the last of the Dinomist until the new support comes out in Shining Victories, it's Dinomist Rex. This guy's definitely a 3 of in the deck. His effect is super good. 2400 attack, and when he destroys a monster by battle, you contribute another Dinomist monster you control, and then activate one of 2 effects. You can either attack again a la BLS, or you can spin 1 card from their hand or field into the deck and then gain 100 attack permanently. So basically non-targeted removal from hand or field. Not quite as good as Erebus, but damn close, and it's the best this deck's gonna get. Just such a great card. I love it so much. He's the main one to go into, kind of helmety in that sense, but it's just a Tyrannosaurus Rex that's a dinosaur, or a mechanical dinosaur, and it's got a great effect, so why wouldn't I? Other cards I'm running 1 Luster Pendulum because it's at 1. I don't like to play it for the scale, I just like to summon it and go into Ignister with it, or summon it with Ignister to go into, whatever. Anything I can. And then 1 Genex ally Birdman for quick synchro plays. Bouncing stuff to the hand isn't a problem generally because we can Pendulum summon, and then just easy level 7 or 8 synchro. For the spell and trap lineup, we're running triple Dinomic Powerload. Basically what it does is it gives all Dinomists 300 attack and makes them all get the Armades, where when they attack, your opponent cannot activate cards or effects during the battle phase. This is great against Cosmo, unless they have a Dark Destroyer that you can't get over. But the point is they can't activate the ship effects or hand traps, and just in general it stops any sort of back row your opponent might be playing. We're also running triple Dinomist Charge, in my opinion the best card in the archetype. When it's activated, add a Dinomist monster from your deck to your hand, and once per turn, or either per turn, when a Dinomist would be sent face up onto your extra deck, you can add it to your hand. So basically, if you activate one of your scales effects to destroy itself, it goes on top of your extra deck. You can use this guy and add it back to your hand, so you can keep playing your scales and you never run out. It's quite beautiful. And yeah, that's really all there is to it. It also stays face up as a continuous spell, so we get Plesios effect from it. I still can't say that name, I'm never going to. Triple Upstart, I could find a room for it, so I did, and I just needed to help this deck be a little more consistent. It's a beatdown deck, so we don't have trouble dealing with the 3,000 life points that they get either. Double Wavering Eyes, because it's a Pendulum deck. If you face another deck, you might side a third one in, whatever. It's still great for just putting 2 on the extra deck, adding another one, then playing more scales and, getting a strong start. I'm playing 2 Monarchs Stormforth just because we run enough level 5s, and, going second or whatever, just tribute one of their monsters, non-targeted removal, and you can get, hopefully, a Rex out or something. Very useful. I'm running double Dark Hole for destruction, and 1 Book of Moon for interruption purposes. Pretty self-explanatory. It's more just to keep this deck always playable so I don't have to search for my Regekis than anything. Obviously, Regeki's a little better than Dark Hole. For the trap lineup, a triple Dinomist Rush. Special summon a Dinomist from the deck. Can't be destroyed by battle or card effects, but at the end of the turn it's destroyed. Or it's unaffected by other cards' effects and destroyed during the end phase. That's the more accurate way, because that's what it is. So it's not indestructible by battle, but it's unaffected by other card effects, which is very nice. And then during the end phase, it's destroyed. I'm also running 1 Torrential for just field wipes and vanities to just, steal your opponent out of playing Yu-Gi-Oh! And win the game. For the extra deck, I'm running 1 Ignister. Might go to 2. We'll see what happens. It's just a great card. If you can pull out the Dracoslayer, then it can obviously be really great at 2, but other than that, it's perfectly fine at 1. I'm also running 1 Scarlight just for, mass field wipe, and 1 Clearwing because we run enough level 5s, and it's just the best level 7 overall, other than maybe Black Rose. For the Exceeds, I'm running 2 Majester Paladin. It's really just for searching to try and keep this deck as consistent as possible. Might bump it down to 1 or something for another Castel, but whatever. And speaking of him, we've got 1 Castel for spot removal alongside with Diamond Direwolf. Going to be running Degusto Emerald because enough things go into the graveyard that recycling them back into the deck does not hurt. 1 Dark Rebellion because I don't have Utopia the Lightning quite yet, but whatever, we'll find room for it then. And 1 Abyss Dweller just because we'll get everything a boost because we're all water, and stopping graveyard effects from things like Cosmo is always helpful. For the rank 5s, 1 Shark Fortress to make Dinomist Rex attack twice because he can't already do that, but just attacking twice in general is good. 1 Zen Mayo to break back row, 1 Volcasaurus since it's like the best rank 5, and obviously Cyber Dragon Infinity with a Nova because it's super easy to make in this deck, just 2 level machines for Nova, and then Infinity, you've got a 2700 attack Infinity right there, you can steal something else, make it 29, and it's a pain in the ass to get over. I was playing 2 online, I could only afford 1 Infinity right now, so whatever. If you have 2 Infinities and 2 Novas, go wild, but I'm finding it works just fine with 1, and again, it isn't even needed because it's budget, so this exits the budget realm, but the main deck can win no problem on its own, and it's in the budget realm at that point. Other than that, that is the deck. Go ahead, leave a comment, tell me what you do differently, what you do differently, all that fun stuff, any other profile you might want to see, or videos like that. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll catch you next time on YDO Strats.